Okay guys, so next project on this Maserati is I want to fix this headlight. So you can see right here, it's missing a big chunk of the lens. So I got a new lens behind me that is identical. It came from China, but it looks like it's perfect. It looks like it's a factory part. So I'm pretty confident it's going to fit. But the challenge really is getting these lenses off without making a big mess and damaging the housing. So the plan here is I'm going to try to heat it up with a heat gun around the rim and work my way from one side to the other. If that doesn't work, I think the next plan B would be to try to trim the lens off around the perimeter, pull the whole piece off, basically the front part of the lens, and then chisel out or grind out the little leftover piece that's in the groove. But I'm going to try the full piece to start, and if that's getting too messy, we may have to go back and try plan B. Okay guys, so I've got my tools all lined up here. So the first thing I got is a little Dremel. This is going to be for just nipping off these these tabs here. They're kind of like locking tabs. So I'm just going to cut them off because they're just going to be in the way. The other thing I got is a couple of pairs of these. They're used for pulling clips off of interior panels, but I figure if I can get in there and put some pressure on it, it might be better than prying against the plastic with a screwdriver. I got a heat gun with a little bit of a diverter here, so it concentrates the heat on the edge and not anywhere else. And we're going to see what happens here. Okay, and the other detail I want to mention here is that the way this lens looks like it comes off is I think I have to kind of take it off from this side first to get it around this hook on the end. So I'm going to start on this side by basically heating up this area here, working my way back, and then peeling from this side out and hoping to separate it this way. Okay, so here goes nothing. We're going to heat it up and see where it leads. Okay guys, so the lens is off the headlight piece here. What I ended up doing, you guys saw it in the videos there, was trimming around the perimeter of the lens with a little grinding wheel, like a Dremel, with a little disc on it. Being careful that you don't go into the material below it. So you just want to make sure you only cut through that lens and nothing else. And then once that piece is off, so it took maybe 20 minutes to get that out, what you're left with is just the piece that sits in the just the leftover piece that kind of sits in the groove. It almost looks like a T. And all you have to do to get that out is pretty much heat up the area and peel it out. What I found is this material that Maserati uses here isn't like the other
manufacturers, it doesn't really, when you heat it up, it doesn't melt. It just gets a little bit more malleable. So you can still peel it out, but it's not like the butane or the butyl stuff that it actually kind of turns into like a mess of liquid almost. This stuff stays kind of true to what it is, almost like a silicone. Anyways, it makes it harder to get the lens off. Maybe with some cheaper brand cars you can pull it off that way. I just found without having an oven to heat up the whole thing, there's no way I could have pulled it out. I tried for about an hour and a half, didn't get it anywhere, took the lens off, and then, which took about 20 minutes, and then the leftovers took another maybe half an hour to get out. So anyways, that's definitely the way to go here. The next step is I got to clean up the inside of the edge there, just get or the groove, get all this whatever's left over out, and then we're going to fit the new lens.
Okay guys, so the next thing I got to clean up these chrome pieces that are inside the headlight. These guys are some sort of aluminum coating on these things apparently, and you have to be real careful with them. You don't want to touch them with your fingers or anything because the oils will kind of stain the finish on it. They say basically just take a wet microfiber towel and then dry it. So I'm going to try that. I only have a couple pieces anyways. It's basically this one and then this little bucket. Anyways, just give it a quick wipe down and dry it off. So you can see on the inside of this is from me driving the car with the lens cracked like that. So it is pretty dirty in there. So I'm going to pop that light bulb out. Just like that. Somewhere safe. And then clean the inside of the same thing. I'm just going to use this wet cloth here. Just using distilled water on it. Using no pressure. Flipping the cloth as needed. This stuff also scraps pretty easy. So it looks pretty good. Put the bulb back in. And not touching that. So it's pretty, you gotta be real careful with this stuff. Okay, so moving into the reassembly here, guys. This bucket where the housing's all ready to go now. It's all been cleaned up nice on the inside. Also cleaned off the projector. Looks pretty good. The next step is installing this adjustment, like the projector adjustment mechanism here.
Okay guys, so final step here. Headlights all being reassembled. All the parts, internal pieces being cleaned up nice. I'm going to do one final install, or sorry, fitment in the car just to make sure all the lights work. So plug it in on the back, make sure everything lights up properly. After that, I'm going to go ahead and put the lens back on. The reason I'm doing this is to make sure that all the lights work, because after the lens is on, this thing is pretty much permanent. It's very hard to split again. So I don't want to do that. So for that reason, we'll just stick it in for what it takes. Okay. So far, so good. Reconnect the battery. Okay, so those are running lights. They're on. Headlights. Headlights look good. High beams. So that's high beams. And then blinkers. Okay, so everything seemed to work okay. All the lights lit up nice. I don't know how to turn this little one on, but the other side wasn't on as well either, so I'm sure it works if there's a button for it. Next step, take this thing back out, put the lens on. Okay guys, so this is the glue that the headlight came with. I haven't actually seen this stuff before. Hoping that it's more like a ribbon, like a round piece, and it kind of looks like it is. So you just lay in. Yeah, so it just looks like basically a almost like a flat piece that you put into the headlight there. So before I do that, I'm just going to blow this out a little bit one last time. Okay, so I'm going to cut the end off a little bit there because it's going to get mushed. Just right here. So you can see this is the material here. Pliable. Just kind of push it into the gap, and then I'm going to heat it up with the heat gun when it's in there before I press the lens on, just to get it a bit warmer. Okay, I'm just going to use a little screwdriver to kind of push it in. So work from the bottom here.
Okay, so here's a look at it with rubber seal in. Kind of stretched it out to make it a little thinner because it was really, really thick in there. It's kind of round, like a ribbon almost, and then just kind of sit it in the groove. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the lens quickly here. Okay guys, now that everything's ready to go, the next step is I'm going to take the lens and we're going to put it on here. I'm going to take some low heat and just try to get a little bit more malleable. Okay. Moment of truth here. Okay guys, so we got the lens installed on the headlight here. It wasn't an easy job by any means. Took well longer than I thought it was going to, but it turned out really nice. The lens got no dust in it. The inside looks great. Real happy with it. It took quite a while, like I said, but it did turn out pretty nice. So the next step is going to be sticking it back in the car now. Hey guys, so that's a wrap on the headlight restoration. Overall, I'd say on the hardness scale, it was probably an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10. It wasn't an easy job at all. However, it is possible to do, as you can see behind me. It looks just as good as factory. So if you guys are considering doing something like this, try it out, see what happens.